Yep, I'm exhausted. I am exhausted. I'm tired. Not to the 4th of July barbecues or anything like that. I need a vacation. I'm tired of being lied to. Tired of turning on the news every single day. I don't know if you feel the same way I do. But it wears you out. It really does, to have your intelligence insulted on a regular basis, and the people that do it with a smile on their face, and they keep lying and they keep being employed and nothing is done. News outlets, spokespeople, again, it's tiring. Joe Biden yesterday, again, made a fool of himself. I can't even say he made a fool of himself. The powers that be, the people that surround him, the people that are addicted to power, made a fool out of him, putting him in positions, quite frankly, that he shouldn't be in. Again, off the teleprompter, it was a brutal scene yesterday. He screwed up on a radio interview in Philadelphia. He's got a 4th of July event at the White House, and quite frankly, it was just incoherent. And again, you watch how the media is playing this at this point in time, and the lies. I think one of the funniest ones was the Associated Press. The Associated Press said that Joe Biden at 81 is sharp and focused, but sometimes confused and forgetful. They actually printed that. I pick up. I have to. It's my job to go through all of these publications. It's funny. The New York Times, I noticed, did a piece on Joe Biden's decline. Evidence of his decline, and they were showing instances that they claimed just not too long ago were cheap fakes. They changed their tune. These media outlets they're not journalists. They're not doing their job. They're not holding truth to power. They're a joke. And I got to be honest with you, again, it's depressing to me. It really is, in so many ways. I slept in a little bit today, I admit. So I get up at around 5:36 a.m. and I forget, having some coffee, then flipped on, watched, putting on some of the news, and Fox and Friends popped on. And the folks at Fox and Friends, they do this often now. They have these, they make them look like news stories, but they're actually commercials. When they go out to Fox Square and they got some barbecue guy, whatever it may be, that's all paid for. You do not know that's a commercial. They were actually hawking today clothing, like shirts, polos that were normally $150, now marked down to $30. This was on the Fox News Channel this morning. Now, I used to tease. My wife used to do advertising at Fox decades ago. This is kind of when they were first up and coming. She was doing the per inquiry ads and some of the crap that you'd see being sold there. And per inquiry ads is the amount of people that actually, the stuff that they sell. That's depending on how much they're going to be paid on those ads. But now it's gotten ridiculous. These are news networks. Another story. Again, stuff makes you sad. You got an actual opinion piece out there where they actually are, and the contradiction is funny. The piece is titled, "It's Time for the Biden Campaign to Embrace AI." After the president's dismal debate performance, he noted that he might not walk as easily or talk as smoothly as I used to. AI could help with this. Given the president's concerning performance last week, it's time for the Biden campaign to consider leveraging artificial intelligence to effectively reach the voting public. The consequences of not taking this approach could be dire. If Biden is old and can barely speak, saying that the AI augmentations in video renderings could serve to smooth out these bumps while allowing the Biden campaign to effectively disseminate true information. So basically, they're saying they have to use AI to lie to everybody about the president's condition so they can get out truthful information. This is an actual opinion piece. This is where we're at today. Barton Swain had a piece in the Wall Street Journal. And again, he knew he was at various different events. He was going back and things that he had reported on, going back to, when Biden won in South Carolina and didn't even realize that he was in South Carolina. Thought he was in North Carolina. Couldn't, make heads or tails out of his speech. Again, we've reported on all of this. And again, you're watching the narrative shift right now. This was interesting. This is in a the New York Magazine. The reporter, Olivia Nuzzi, they said, the elites are stumped as to how and why the fast declining 81-year-old is being allowed to continue his reelection bid. But they were saying basically, they're not sure who's running the country right now. Please. They're basically right now, they are throwing, I don't know really way I can put this, is they're throwing shit at a wall, seeing what's going to stick and what might work. If they can sell the fact, and there was actually, I forget the Goldman is his name, is a representative in the state of New York. I'm not sure what district he's in. Actually came out and said, it's no big deal. No big deal. Biden's got great people surrounding him. Great people. He's got top men working around. Doesn't have to worry about it. And again, they're basically saying if they're trying to see whether or not they can get Biden reelected. And, people will be happy with that, with, him being just the figurehead. Him being just a figurehead for the country. He can just, stay in, in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, and have somebody else run what's going on. That is what they're trying out right now. This is how sick and demented these people are. You got to ask yourself a question. You got to ask any representative, any governor out there that at this point in time is coming out and saying that, Biden's okay and we got to stick with this. What does that say about that individual? What's about the quality of that individual? What's it say about us? But what does it say about us as a society, where we are, the type of people that we decide to represent us? So again, people, everything that comes down the pike, we're going to deserve. And that's one thing we need to understand. That's one thing that we need to get our arms around. Now, I'm being asked, I get emails coming in, what do you think about Stephanopoulos and Biden interview tonight? I'm going to be honest, I'm not watching that crap. I'm not watching that. You're going to trust George Stephanopoulos? He's a political Clinton hack. The fact that he's allowed to be a network news anchor based upon what he did in the past is insane. It's insane. It's like, I think I made this analogy before. It's like allowing Derek Jeter to umpire Yankee games. You would never allow that to happen. They wouldn't allow that to happen. And he's going to be doing this interview. And again, we already know how they've edited things in the past. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to, I really don't, to be honest. I don't know what direction they're going to take at this point in time. But what I'm telling you is, what I do know is that whatever they decide to do, it's going to be kicked off tonight. It's going to be kicked off tonight. The Democrats done this in the past. Remember Donna Brazile giving the questions up? They're going to either take Joe out because that's what they want to do. They're going to either take Joe Biden out or they're going to find some way to change the narrative, try to change the narrative at this point in time. I remember when Limbaugh was on the air, he used to say this all the time. And again, I think it was being disingenuous when he said it. He always says, "Oh yeah, I have faith." He says, "I have faith in the American voter." I don't have faith in the American voter. I take a look at some of the polls that they're out there. Trump is widening his lead against Biden. Listen, it shouldn't even right now. I mean, the Democrat, I would see them jumping over to RFK Jr. in some way, shape, matter, or form. But watching what you've been watching, and you're still going to vote for this guy. I'm supposed to have faith in the American voter. It shouldn't be close. This is the presidency of the United States. I'm supposed to have faith in these people, these one-issue voters. All they care about is aborting babies or getting their handouts. No, I don't have faith. I don't have faith in the American voters. I mean, you honestly, you got to take a good hard look in the mirror, okay? And trust me, okay? You're new to this thing, okay? I hammer Donald Trump here on this show. I am an equal opportunity basher, and I've been honest here. I wish Donald Trump would say, you know what, I'm going to step aside. I want to help the next president out. Maybe I'll operate as he'd be a funny Secretary of State. I think it'd be great. I think it'd be a fantastic Secretary of State. I wish. I'm not going to happen. Not going to happen. And again, Donald Trump, again, I said, I'm exhausted watching this stuff. A video of him comes out. Somebody sneaks a hidden camera on the golf course. He's on the golf course with his son, and he's bragging about his debate performance. And he says some, things about Kamala Harris. And I'm like, can't you just shut the blank up? You don't have to say a damn thing, Donald. You don't have to spike the football. You don't have to do anything. Just shut up. You're going to start saying things about, you're going to tick off certain voters, but I mean, you don't have to do that. Again, like I said, it's Donald being Donald, and we know this. But again, I'm tired of the lies. It's exhausting. It really is. Anyway, WatchDog on WallStreet.com.